Hi there. Well, this is day 17 of our 21-day mindful journey together. And for those of you that have been along the journey the whole way, I say congratulations. The end is in sight, and this should start feeling a little bit more natural. We used to say it would take 14 days to form a new habit, and now they're saying 21 days. So thus the 21 days in this series. So I'm feeling the need to end things the way we started things. So yesterday we did a basic, or 2 days ago we did a basic awareness of breath. Yesterday we did a body scan. And so today I thought we would just do a sitting meditation, which incorporates a whole bunch of things. So let's not allow me to chat too much. If you have something to say in chat, I would love to hear your chat underneath in the comments. That would be awesome, because then I know people are watching, so that would be really cool. I'm just hoping this is helping people in with whatever they're going through, or just in regular daily life. Okay, so let's find a way to sit that's comfortable, that we can feel our feet. Oh, a tag on the thing. Feel our feet on the floor, or our knees, or whatever. So I tend to sit cross-legged. So sitting on a cushion cross-legged, and if you do that, if you can sit, this cushion's a little bit high, that your knees are resting on the floor, it's a little bit more comfortable, but we'll just go with this for right now. So allowing your body to come to stillness and getting that last little wiggle in so you're comfortable. Feeling whatever surface is supporting you, whether it's a porch or a chair, if you're outside. If you're inside, just sitting on your sofa, that this is the middle of winter, whatever it is. So just finding a place of stillness, feeling the support, feeling the weight of your hands in one another or on your lap. Allowing the face to soften, allowing the brow to widen, the eyes to relax, the throat, perhaps rolling the shoulders up and back, allowing the heart space to be open, so the next breath can have a little bit more space. Allowing the belly and the lower back to soften, letting go of any tension that happens to be in the hips or the buttocks area. Drawing attention to the bottom of both feet. Resting awareness in the bottom of both feet. Now resting awareness in the pinky toe of your left foot. The pinky toe of your left foot. Can you rest awareness there? Now can you widen the focus and include the whole left foot? That amazing ability we have, that's a useful tool to be able to focus attention. So if something chaotic is happening out in the world or in the rest of the body, I can rest awareness in my pinky of my right hand, and nothing's usually going on there. And if I go there, it brings me back in the body. So realizing we can focus our awareness or widen our awareness from the bottom of our feet up through the shins and the calves and the knees and the thighs, the lower belly, the chest, the shoulders, the throat, the face, the crown of the head, so we can hold awareness in the fullness of the body from the tip of your head to the tip of your toes and the wingspan from the tip of your fingers on the one side all the way across the chest and the upper back to the other side. So it's about allowing us to control our mind and where it goes, or refocus. It'll wander off, it does. It probably wandered off a couple times already, and that's fine. You're not doing anything wrong. But we also have the ability to bring it back, just like that puppy. We're picking it up and telling it to sit and stay. And then we're giving it a treat, like we're giving it a little pepperoni treat. Just bought some of those for Winston last night. And then on the next exhale, allowing the focus of the body to fall to the background and bringing the focus to breath. So breathing in and knowing you're breathing in, and breathing out, knowing you're breathing out. And if breath is something that's difficult for you, whether it brings anxiety or there's something else going on, you have a cold or a lung thing going, that's okay. You can notice the struggle and you can stay with it a little bit and put some compassion there by placing your hand on your heart or your chest. Or you can change the focus, like I said, to the pinky of your right hand or perhaps the sounds around you. But for those of you that breath's okay, let's just sit here a few moments in breath, in awareness of breath. Now we've been doing this long enough, so now you know how to follow your breath in, knowing you're breathing in, and then following your breath out, knowing you're breathing out. And just continuing that, counting backwards from 27, counting backwards from 10, maybe breathing in for 4, noticing that little gap between, holding the breath for 4, and then exhaling. And again, noticing that little gap in between for 4. Breathing in for 4, holding and noticing that gap for 4. Breathing out for 4, and noticing that gap for 4. Lots of options, just follow the breath. And can you come outside of yourself a little bit and even watch the breath in the body? Can you watch and observe the body breathing? See the rise and the fall of the chest and the belly. And if that's not something that you're interested in doing or can do, that's fine. We're just observing the breath then from the inside, what it feels like in the body to breathe, the sensations associated, especially on the out breath. Can you breathe in light? And then can you exhale anything that isn't serving you? And letting Mother Earth absorb it and turn it into something good. So breathing in light and hopefulness, of a new day. And then exhaling anything that isn't serving you. And then as you're ready, letting go of the awareness of breath, and then shifting to the awareness of sound. And the awareness of other senses. So can you feel the air around your body? Perhaps you're outside and you can feel the cool air, but even if you're not, just feeling the air that surrounds the body, feeling the surface that you're sitting on. What sounds do you hear? What taste do you have perhaps in your mouth from breakfast or brushing your teeth or dinner? Cup of tea. Are there any smells that you smell? And even with your eyes closed, or you can gently open them, but with your eyes closed, can you notice the varying colors and shades of darkness and light? And for some people, they see colors even with their eyes closed. Can you notice those? And is there anything that's moving that you can see if you're just looking on the inside of your eyelids? And then with the next exhale, allowing the awareness of the senses to fall to the background. And just like now we've been practicing, if you notice thoughts are coming in, we're recognizing them and letting them go and returning the focus to the other anchor. Now the anchor is going to be thoughts. So can you open the awareness of thoughts so that your mind is like a sky and the thoughts are on clouds and they're just floating through, and we're not necessarily going down the rabbit hole of that thought. We're more observing it from a distance. And if it needs to be farther away, it can be projected on a movie screen and you're in the back of the theater and you're just watching the thoughts as they go by. Maybe they're in pictures, sometimes they're in words. For some of us, thoughts are a cascade, just flowing and overwhelming, and there's a whole bunch there. And for others, it's more like a country road that you sit a while and you have to wait, and then a thought will come through. And we're not judging these thoughts. These aren't good thoughts or bad thoughts. We're just going like, oh, isn't that interesting? I'm planning. I'm remembering. So just opening awareness to thoughts. And again, if the mind wanders off and the attention is drawn to sound, we just notice that sound. Perhaps think of it as a beautiful orchestra in the backdrop of us watching our thoughts. So we aren't our thoughts. Thoughts are just thoughts. They're random firings in the brain. Sometimes they make sense, and other times they're just like dreams. They just are the unconscious response. Sometimes they're just flickerings and they make no sense. So recognizing a thought is just a thought, and you can let it go and float on through. In the meditation that I shared with you a couple days ago, I shared the just for today. So, just for today, what if you were able to notice thoughts and not judge yourself? Or notice actions. And then if you have a judging thought, you recognize that, oh, well, that's a judging thought. Isn't that interesting? And who's doing the speaking there? Who's doing the judging? And who's doing the listening? And can I observe all of that? So I made blueberry crisp for friends a couple months ago. And I was bragging about it because I make good crisp, any kind of fruit crisp, and I don't use a recipe or anything. And so, unfortunately, I left after it was done. I thought I turned the oven off, and I didn't. And we had a beautiful dinner outside with our close friends. And when I went in to get the blueberry crisp, it was burnt to a crisp. So the thoughts were, oh my gosh, I burnt the crisp. So I was sad or angry or whatever. And then some arrows started coming. Oh my God, how did I burn the crisp? What an idiot, or oh my gosh, I was bragging about this and then I burned it, So there's lots of thoughts. And can I just place them on the river on leaves and let them go? Like, wow, isn't that an interesting mess of thoughts that really have no purpose? They're not serving me, so can I just put them in the water and let them go and serve up some ice cream for my friends? They didn't care. Thoughts are just little bubbles. If you let them go, they'll burst and move on. It's only when we regurgitate them or tap them like a balloon and keep them in the air that they stay way too long. So noticing a thought as a thought and letting it go. And imagining your life, what it would be like if a thought were just a thought just for today, and you could get outside of that and just notice it and not get sucked into it. What would that feel like? Sort of like how we are to our best friends. What would that feel like to be that higher self, that best self? It's inside of all of us. All this process is just to peel away all of that so that we can know what we know. Because the answers are all right in here. They really are. I wouldn't say harsh words to a friend if she burnt her crisp. So I don't need to say harsh words to myself if I do the same. So awareness of thoughts. And as we can see, feelings are often, emotions are attached to those thoughts. So this really, if you followed along that little journey, was perhaps an observation of thoughts and of feelings. Bringing awareness back to the breath. Noticing that by now it's probably become more deep. It's probably slowed down. Awareness of the surface that you're sitting upon. Awareness of how the body feels in this moment. Perhaps the shoulders are relaxed a little more, the belly's a little softer. And perhaps even just for this moment, the intention of being a little bit more patient with ourselves, a little bit more grace for ourselves and others. helping the world to be a little bit better, one person at a time. And as you're ready, allowing your eyes to open, maybe wiggling your fingers a little bit, maybe stretching a little bit. And with that, I say namaste. Thank you.